Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to our Malta 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifying series. And today we are in part 2 of our series. If you didn't watch the first part, then let me update you on what happened. So Malta have done quite well. We've got 9 points from 4 games, only losing once. It's extremely tough, especially for a minnow like Malta. But let's see what we can do in our first match against Iceland. And just to remind you, it's still on legendary difficulty because it is the best and most fun way to play this game. Alright then, so we're back at home just beyond the halfway point against Iceland. Only 4 matches to play. I told you this is going to be a short series, so I hope it's a successful series and we can get Malta to South Africa. Iceland, we beat them last time, so let's hope to replicate that result again. The only team I'm really worried about is Norway, to be honest with you. We've already beaten Greece somehow. But yeah, Andorra shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, Greece might be a problem again. Malta should have a fair bit of decent form coming into this game as... Oh, it's gone in! It's just gone in! And that's pace! That is a fantastic goal to start off this video. I didn't think for a second that it went in because it hit the bar and came off the line, but it actually went over the line, and that is 1-0 to Malta. What a goal. And yeah, like I said, great start to the video. Iceland are jostling with me. I can't stop them. And oh no, they scored. The goalkeeper did save it, but it went through his hands. Obviously, his hands are made of paper, and it's 1-1. Okay, well, explosive start to this game. Iceland and Malta in a battle, and it's 1-1. Great tackle, and here comes Mifsud. He's going through. Can he score for Malta? Oh my goodness, the shooting is so poor. So poor at the moment. Gone over the top here. And Malta couldn't get it. And Greece are playing Andorra right now, so it would be nice if Andorra did us all a favour and pinned back Greece a little bit more. Malta still on the ball here. And, oh, tackled just before I could pull the trigger on that one. And at half time, it's still 1-1 between these two. Quite competitive game so far. Iceland haven't really had many more shots after the first goal they scored. We've had 3 shots and we've only scored 1. We missed some big chances in that first half. Well, not much has happened in this second half. A bit quiet for Malta and Iceland. Just been a lot of possession-based football and not very much attacking. Into the box. Is there a chance for Malta? And one of my players ran into each other and it gave offside. That is just... Oh, I can see how this is going to go. And we got it. And again, Iceland. Oh, there's going to be a penalty. They hacked me out when trying to clear it. And this is a huge chance for Malta to get the winning goal. Come on, Mifsud, you have to concentrate. It's in the green. And it's in. Malta have just scored the winning goal. Well, potentially the winning goal in the 86th minute. This could be, well, the saving grace for our qualification campaign. About to draw against Iceland. And, yeah, I can't believe it. Over the top. Cohen. Can he get it? No, not quite, but that'll waste enough time. And Malta will come away here with another important win for their campaign. How about that? Lucky, yes, because it was just a penalty at the end, but sometimes you need luck. Our next game in the campaign is the biggest one. It's against Norway away from home. We are 1 point behind Norway. They have 13 points, we have 12. So if we win, we get the advantage going into the last 2 games. Greece have fallen behind quite a bit after drawing against Andorra of all teams. Here's the table right there. They have fallen behind quite a bit, but they're not out of it. Not like Iceland. But it's mainly Malta and Norway going in for that top spot. Josef for Norway. Riese crosses it in. That's a really good ball and it's headed, but caught by our goalkeeper. Good thing it didn't just bounce into the back of the net. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, that was a really terrible pass. And oh my goodness, why is that going out for a corner? Just doesn't feel like anything's going right at the moment. Over the top here. Griffer. Can he do it? Poor touch. And oh, I think that might be a penalty. It might be. That's definitely a red card though. Risa is off. And it was a stupid challenge. A very stupid challenge. And is that in the box or is it classed as outside? I don't know. The penalty animation didn't even turn up. It's just on the outside. Are you kidding me? Alright. Well, Risa misses the next match, which is good for the qualification group. And it's just wide from Malta. So we have an advantage at least. Just so hard to keep possession of the ball with Malta. Especially against Norway, who have got a lot of momentum on their side. Even with 10 men, it's still so difficult. And that will be half time. With the score a 0-0 between these two. As they're battling for that top spot in the group. Crossed in early by Norway. And Carew, oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. And Malta wouldn't even clear it properly either. I was so scared then. It's weird as well because like when I played in the last video, Greece were quite easy to break down. But Norway, absolutely not. Here comes Missud. Can he go on through? He scored! He scored against Norway, and how on earth did he manage to shrug off that defender and then put it in the back of the net like that when, well, I thought the goalkeeper was going to save it. He was, like, number 4 was all over him. And he scores that. That's a huge goal in qualifying. Come on, Malta. We need to hold on for 30 more minutes in-game time. And here comes... okay, well, that was a really risky slide challenge, but they got away with it. Don't know why these slides keep trying to slide me out. It's weird. Like, why did he keep trying to do it? As we got the ball back in the box, it's just cut out. Griffer. Cross that in. Oh, that's back post, and that's gone in. That is a perfect ball and a perfect finish. Bajada has got the second for Malta, and that is a big step in qualifying for South Africa. What a ball as well. Look at that. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Love to see that volley as well. Brilliant finish. And, well, Norway are about to lose 2-0 in a crucial point in the campaign. They are losing. But obviously, I think they still got to play Greece. I'm fairly sure they do. We have to as well. So that will be a big game as well for qualifying. But thankfully, the other game is Andorra. And, well, hopefully Andorra don't give us any problems. Well, you can just see it now. I'll beat Greece and then, like, lose to Andorra or something like that. And then that'll be it. That'll be the whole campaign over. You can just see it. Okay. Hangeland just scored that. I don't know. What on earth? Like, I love how when the computer skips a replay, it's almost like, tee-hee, I did that, and then, you know, just instantly skips it. So literally, Hangeland had the ball here. I know I'm reviewing something you've already seen, but he shot at, like, Azzopardi, or crossed it in, and I thought this was genuinely going out for a throw-in, so I just put down my controller, like, I just rested, you know? And then he was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it here. Look at that touch! Like, what was that touch? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? It was like, what is that touch? Okay, well, alright, we'll accept it. And then he's just like, you know what? You know, screw it. It goes straight in anyway. Like, what on earth is Hangeland doing? I knew Norway were up to something, and they just did that. Look, goalkeeper didn't really help. It just pings off his head. Look. Well, that'll be it anyway, and Malta have won by 2-1 over Norway. What a result for the minnow, Malta. Well, yeah, only 2 games to go now in this qualifying campaign. I told you it was a short one, but it is Greece and Andorra. So, obviously Greece being the harder opponent. So, yeah, we just got to lock in and see if we can beat Greece. Alright then guys, so we got 2 games remaining, and this is what the table looks like. So obviously we're still top by 2 points. Norway 2 points behind us. Greece have played a game more, they've got one more game left, and we've got to play Greece at the end of the campaign. So Greece cannot automatically qualify. They've dropped too many points. Our next game is Andorra, and then after that is Greece. So yeah, Norway have games in hand against, well, I believe it's Andorra and Iceland, I think. I'll check it out in a sec, but yeah, we just need to keep winning. Yeah, Norway have to play Iceland and Andorra. So again, you have to be thinking that they'll be getting 6 points in those games. Here we go then. Our matchup against Andorra, still important. You know, I know a few of you might be thinking, oh, this is super easy, but it's not really, because teams like Andorra will just sit there and do nothing. We're still rated the same as them as well, so we still got to be careful. These two matches are very crucial in order for Malta to qualify for the World Cup if they want to. Oh my goodness, that clearance was so bad it hits the post, and we got away with that one. We really did. And here we go, Malta. That's a good save, and it's headed in. Nice one. Missud gets on the score sheet again, and that's 1-0 to Malta. That was a little bit too easy, wasn't it? Just pass it into the box and just get past the defence like that. And yeah, that's a little bit of a exploitative move. I guess this game is full of exploit moves on this this version, so that's probably why I'm reasonably good at it, I guess. Can't seem to get past Andorra's defence at the moment. They just very, very good at stopping us from going through and getting that second goal, just to lock down the game a little bit more. He crosses that in, and oh my goodness, I almost scored one of those crosses myself. I rarely ever do that on this game, and it nearly went in. It would have been a fantastic goal. So at half-time, Malta are doing the business here. It's 1-0, and Iceland are also helping us as well, so that's brilliant. Can we both keep it up to basically have an easy, nice game? Even if we lose against Greece in the last game, it won't matter as long as Iceland win here. Go on, Malta. Go on. Couldn't do it there. Headed back into the box and is going to be offside. So many chances, and yet still only the one goal. Norway have now equalised against Iceland, which is really annoying. But still, a draw is still a good result. Okay, I just got fouled by the goalkeeper, and that's going to be a penalty. I tried to pass out to the wing so I could get a cross in, but I think the goalkeeper is only going to get a yellow card on this occasion, and there's a big chance for Malta to extend their lead. Come on, Missud. Add to your collection of goals here. Steps up, and it's in. Top corner, and Malta are 2-0 up over Andorra. It's a good ball by Andorra over the top. It's punched away. And the limited chance that they've had really shows in this game. Just hasn't been here for Andorra. They could have stopped us, but no, I don't think so. And Iceland are currently still drawing against Norway, unless something happens in the last 4 minutes. And that is going to be it. We've beaten Andorra by 2-0. Decent match by Malta. And yeah, well, I think Iceland did draw against... yeah, they did. They drew against Norway, so they pegged them back. And I think we are... Well, actually, we'll be like 4 points clear, won't we? If my map is correct. I don't know. Let's just double check the group. So that is the final... almost final table, I should say, and Malta have actually qualified for the World Cup. I was right, it was 4 points, it wasn't going to be 3, so yeah, cool, we've qualified. Brilliant stuff for Malta to get out of a group like this. I know it's not super difficult because there's no giants in there. However, like, there's 2 reasons why. The group is smaller, so there's less games, and also Norway and Greece are still in there. They're still decent, so yeah, I can't believe it. Honestly, Malta getting to the World Cup, what a successful qualifying campaign, and we can just have fun against Greece. Here we go then, final game of our qualifying campaign. It doesn't matter for any of these nations, it's Malta versus Greece. Let's just go out on a high note, I guess, and look forward to the draw in South Africa. I'm so happy that I got Malta there. Didn't expect it at all, but yeah, I mean, you can expect the unexpected on this channel, as Malta have done it with only 1 loss at the moment, maybe 2 after this game. crossed in by Greece, and that's a header. Good save. And already they're testing us. Oh, off the post by Malta. That was a very good chance. It's been quite tough for Malta, but they're still doing good job here against Greece, keeping it 0-0. Despite all the attempts from Greece. Here comes Gekas. He just blazed past me and he's actually scored. It's 1-0 to Greece. And well, we're lucky that it's not an actual game that matters, really, is it? Well, that's going to be half time, and luckily this game does not matter at all. It's 1-0 down to Greece. No shame in that at all. I mean, we had to lose more than a few games in this qualify campaign, didn't we? Otherwise, yeah, it would have been a bit too good. But no, I'm so proud of Malta either way. I'm just really looking forward to the World Cup, really. It's going to be a free kick to Malta. And since we've already qualified, why not just get the goalkeeper up on this one? Why not? We do it all the time, so let's do it. Lay it off, and then pass it back to the goalkeeper, who's going to take a finesse. Not too bad, not a bad shot. It was actually quite a clean finesse. If it was on target, maybe. And there we go. We lost on the final day, but it doesn't matter. We've already done it. So yeah, on to South Africa, the group stage draw. Let's hope it's a good draw for us at the World Cup. That is the final table. We only did it by 1 point, but a point is a point. It's enough to qualify, and I believe Norway will still miss out. We'll check the playoffs in a minute, and we'll check the rest of the groups after the draw. Alright then, so these are the first set of teams to be drawn. Obviously South Africa and the big boys are coming into the World Cup. There we go, all done. Right, we're in pot 2, so where are we going to go? Slovenia go into Group A alongside South Africa. Group B will have Portugal, okay. I mean, anywhere will do at this point. Poland go into Group C. In Group D, we will have Norway, okay. In Group E, Georgia. In Group F, we will have Malta, okay. Not ideal, but we had to go somewhere, like I said. Probably could have done with being near Croatia, but it's okay. England got that, so no problem. Alright, pot 3. Let's see what we got in pot 3. So Honduras will go into Group A. In Group B, we will have USA. In Group C, we'll have Iran. Group D, we will have Japan. In Group E, we will have Australia. Moment of truth for Malta. Who would they get in their group? El Salvador. Okay, that's cool. South Korea go into Group G. And North Korea will go into Group H alongside England and Croatia. Cool. Right, last pot. And it's the other teams. Here we go. Ecuador go into Group A. In Group B, we will have Ivory Coast. What a stacked group. Group E is. Group C, we have Uruguay going in there. In Group D, we'll have Egypt. Come on, give us Congo. Be nice and give us Congo. Cameroon go to Group E, okay. Please don't give us Paraguay. That would be pretty tough. Of course. I just had to jinx it, didn't I? Paraguay going to Group F alongside us. Burkina Faso going to Group G. And Congo will go into Group H in the final group. So that's how your tables are looking like. Alright then guys, so let's go back through qualification. I know we've seen who qualified, but I like to see how it went down and stuff like that. So going into Group A, it was Italy going through automatically with Denmark going to the playoffs. Montenegro missed out by 3 points in the end, so unlucky Montenegro. In Group B, it was France qualifying unbeaten with Russia finishing second. The Netherlands finishing 3 points away from them, so they didn't qualify, unfortunately for them. In Group C, we have Poland going through automatically, with Belgium going to the playoffs in second. Look how close it was between Poland and Scotland. Only 5 points in it, and, you know, Finland and Bosnia only missed out by about 2 points in the end. So that group was seriously close. In Group D, we have Ukraine going through. Oh my goodness, on goal difference by the looks of things. Slovenia went through in second place to the playoffs. Wales dropped off, finished the same amount of points, but obviously the goal difference was not enough. well, they had more goals, but more against them. So I assume that that's obviously a bad thing. So yeah, no, that's a crazy group. In Group E, we have Spain going through in first place, with Georgia pipping Turkey to that second place spot. That's amazing from Georgia. You know, you would think that Turkey would be the favourites in that group, but no, not that time. In Group F, it was England going through in first place, with Portugal going to the playoff, and then Ireland and Serbia not really that close, and Austria definitely not that close. In Group G, it was Croatia going through automatically, of course, with Sweden going to the playoff, Switzerland missing out by 3 points, and Bulgaria missing out by about 5, and Latvia and Israel didn't do anything special. In Group H, last one for Europe, Germany finished top of that one, with Cyprus going to the playoff. That's pretty cool. Northern Ireland and the Czech Republic missing out by 1 point. Unlucky. Going into Africa, we have Cameroon, top of that one, going through automatically. Group B, it was Burkina Faso over Nigeria by goal difference. Very lucky as well, because they conceded less goals. In Group C, it was Egypt going through very comfortably. In Group D, it was Congo over Mali, again on goal difference and conceding less goals, so well done. In Group E, it was Ivory Coast again. Alright, so in Asia, we have Australia and Japan going through automatically, with Saudi Arabia going to the playoffs, China missing out by 2 points, Oman missing out by 4, and in Group B, we have both the Koreas going through automatically, with Iran going to the playoff. In Oceania, it was Fiji that went all the way. They finished unbeaten in that group. Didn't score that many goals, but doesn't matter, does it? They went unbeaten. Incredible effort by Fiji there. Obviously, we didn't see them at the World Cup, so they went to the playoffs and got eliminated, I think. In South America, we have Brazil and Argentina, Paraguay and Ecuador going through automatically. Uruguay went to the playoff. Chile and Bolivia missing out by a few points. Unlucky, especially to Bolivia, because Bolivia never really come close. I've never seen Bolivia do it like on their own on this game. I'd like to see that one day. But yeah, CONCACAF, we have a very surprising situation. We have Honduras top, United States and El Salvador going through automatically, Trinidad and Tobago going to the playoff, and Mexico having an absolutely stinky campaign, only winning one of their games, losing 6 and getting 3 draws, ending up with 6 points. That is very bad for Mexico. And of course, the playoffs. Wow. In Europe, we have a mental game between Portugal and Denmark. So it finished 8-4 to Portugal. Portugal smashed Denmark 6-0 in the first leg, and then Denmark pulled it back, assumingly, with 4 goals, and then Portugal scored 2 more to make it 8-4 on aggregate. That is insane. I think that's like the highest scoreline I've seen in a playoff game, on this game anyway. In Group B, we have Georgia versus Russia. What a game that would have been in real life. Georgia went through by beating Russia 4-3. What a thrilling game that would have been in real life, especially, you know, with the tensions between the two. You know, we love seeing rivalry games in the playoffs. In Group C, it was a little bit more bland. Slovenia beating Cyprus by 2-1 over the 2 legs. Unlucky Cyprus. They did give it a good go, but it wasn't enough. And in Group D, we have another great matchup here. We have Norway versus Sweden, and it was Norway that took it 3-2 over the 2 legs. What a pair of games that would have been to see in a playoff round. In the Asia playoff, it was Iran going through 2-0 over Saudi Arabia, and I believe they would have met Fiji. Am I right? Yes, they did, and it wasn't that easy for Iran. They won 4-2, but Fiji did put up a fight, as you can see, you know, scoring 2 goals, and, you know, Iran are the bigger team, but still, Fiji did give it their best shot. And in the other playoffs, we have Uruguay beating Trinidad and Tobago by 3-2. Again, Trinidad and Tobago did try in the end, but it wasn't enough, and Uruguay qualified from that. And that is going to be the end of your part 2 of your Malta qualifying run. Tune in for part 3, which I never thought I would have been saying that, but yeah, tune in to part 3 where we do the entirety of the World Cup, and I hope it's a good one. I know deep down I'll probably get grouped, but at the same time I still want to have fun with it and push Malta to the very limits of what they can achieve. If you did enjoy this video today, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.